FullTiltPoker.net presents Learn from the Pros.
We continue to learn from the pros, presented by FullTiltPoker.net. Welcome back inside the FSN Poker Room. I'm your host, Chris Rose, joined as always by the Professor Howard Lederer, and today, our Fab Four, if you will. Four more poker pros. Yeah, you like that, Jennifer Harman. How are you?
Fab Four.
No,
What about this guy?
well, he's just kind of part of the team.
I'm the
Howard.
kind of okay fifth wheel.
That's all right. Next to Jennifer, Phil Ivey has 5 bracelets to his name. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you again.
All right.
Chris Ferguson won the main event back in 2000. Good to see you again, sir.
Pleasure to be here.
And Layne Flack, 5 bracelets to his name.
And
How you doing, man?
Good, great.
All right. Well, today we've been talking about bluffing, the keys to bluffing, how it gets done. Chris Ferguson, I'm curious, is there anything better than pulling off a great bluff in poker?
I really think that's a lot of the reasons why people play poker, is to pull off that big bluff. And I think that's one of the things that separates poker from a lot of other games, is your ability to bluff. I think one thing people love about it is that, in most places, deception is frowned upon. But at the poker table, if you're very deceptive, you're a hero, and and you're idolized. So I think that's.
I'm gonna try to
I
tell
don't know
my
if
wife
that's why
that.
they play, but that's why they keep coming back. It's like golf. You can shoot a lot of bad holes, but that one good shot keep you coming back.
Well, also there aren't too many games where, like in basketball, right? You make that fake no-look pass, or you fake the pass and then go in for the dunk. Everyone sees the deception. Well, in poker, you can bluff, and no one even knows it.
Jen, I'm curious, is it easier for a woman to pull off a bluff?
It actually is easier for a woman to bluff because they always think women have it and they're not capable of bluffing. But it's also, men bluff a lot of women because it's they think that they'll lay down hands and they think they can run over them. So that's what I mean.
Yeah, you think you could run over a woman. That's why a lot of men, well, I'm not even gonna touch that one.
See, I don't bluff that often. I'm willing to bet my bluffs. 90% of them I bluff probably with the best hand. You don't know how often you're bluffing that you don't have the best hand already anyhow.
Yeah, well, that's.
I know when I'm bluffing and I have the worst hand. Don't worry.
I mean, it is important that when you pull off a bluff that you actually bluff. I
Yeah.
think. If you're going to risk your money out there, you don't want to be in a situation where you risked all that money and you didn't even gain anything.
Yeah, you don't know
because
if
if
you
no
pull
one had
one
bet,
off
you would have won the pot anyway.
Yeah, I think a mistake some people make is they'll bet these medium strength hands on the river, and there's no point in betting a medium strength hand on the river because you can just check that down, and if your hand is good, you're going to win the pot anyway.
And we talk about position a lot, and 95% of the time, it's better to be in later position than an earlier position. But I've heard Gus Hansen talk, very cogently about the idea that when he's in first position, he feels like he's first to the bluff. And he feels like he's actually in position because he's the first one that can bet. And sometimes the first guy that bets wins the pot.
But bottom line is, if you're playing against good players and you never bluff, you have no chance. You have to bluff. It's a very important part of your game.
Yeah, you can rely
And
on the
plus
cards
when,
every
you
day, all
know-
day long.
No, good players are going
And
to pick up on
you
that,
have to
know.
take those kind of chances. If you do bluff and you get caught, then you can actually think about what you did in the hand to give off any kind of information so you can use it the next time and not do those same things to give off those kind of tells.
Yeah, sometimes getting caught bluffing is even better than getting away with the bluff.
Really?
You could benefit from it because they saw you bluff in this situation. Now it's always going to be on their mind. That he's capable of bluffing. So a lot of times you're going to get paid off in spots where they would never pay you off in a million years if you didn't bluff.
Definitely the key is to remember what you've done against players in the past and use that to your advantage at all times, no matter whether it's bluffer or not
Because
bluffing.
players always come back to that same hand where that person did that to you, and you keep thinking about it over and over, and
That image stays with you for a long
right.
time.
You can do a reversal.
It's that thing about that little bit of doubt. It's very hard to bluff someone when they have a little bit of doubt. And if you've been in a similar situation against somebody before and they saw you bluffing, what are the chances they're not going to have a little bit of doubt the next time and call you? And of course, over the long run, if you can get caught bluffing once and then get paid off 10 times.
Right.
That's why you see
That's
now.
why you
It's a
do that
beautiful thing.
reversal.
Hey, guys, before we do move on, who's the best bluffer at this table?
I might be the best bluffer in the littler pots, as far as, taking small pots. Howard might be the best bluffer, as far as, setting people up and taking people off in, bigger hands, And everybody has their own way of bluffing, Layne might be
He's probably the best at getting caught bluffing on small bluffs. No, getting caught on small bluffs, and then not pulling off maybe the big bluff, but getting paid over and over and over again in the bigger pots, and that's a successful bluff.
Well, all I can hope
And Jennifer's the best at sitting at the table and acting like she never bluffs.
Well, all I can hope, guys and young lady, is that you all told the truth for the last few minutes.
To learn, chat, and play with the pros, go where they live. FullTiltPoker.com.